Hi, this is Real Men Unscripted with Derek and Jerry. We hope you enjoy this podcast.
Hey, welcome back to our Real Men Unscripted podcast. I'm Derek.
I'm Jerry.
And we've now enjoyed the holidays and getting ready for New Year's.
New Year's. You gonna get crunk?
No.
Just kidding.
I used to have to work them all the time. So, man, now that I don't have to work them, I'm pretty boring. I stay at home.
Yeah. I don't even wait till midnight. I'm in bed like 10:30.
Yeah. I got you beat. I watch the New York ball drop and go to bed by 9.
That's the way to go.
No, I mean, there are some cool fireworks on the strip New Year's. So if any of you are coming for New Year's, it's pretty cool, but there's just a lot of people.
Yeah. I mean, I remember being in the crowd and feeling helpless because people start pushing and it's like, you're just going with the crowd. It's so much weight. You can't really do anything about it. You just got to go with the flow and hope that they don't start trampling you.
Yeah. Yeah.
It'd be scary to have like little kids in that crowd.
And then you can't have strollers, bags, all this stuff. Yeah. It was cool the one or two times I've done it, but I stay away.
Yeah.
Yeah. I try to stay away from that stuff.
The first time I ever had any alcohol was New Year's as a kid. My mom and dad used to pop a bottle of champagne at the stroke of midnight, and they used to give us just a little bit, a little taste.
You know, that wouldn't be illegal.
Yeah, I know.
It's coming from your parents.
Should arrest my dad.
In Nevada.
But he's in heaven hopefully now, so you can't arrest him.
Wow. Was it only New Year's that they would give you that?
Oh, yeah.
And then, so do you give your kids any on New Year's?
No comment. I don't drink anymore.
Yeah.
I used to drink, but.
Well, guess what came out on Amazon Prime?
What?
It's only got 2 episodes so far. Deion Sanders Prime.
Prime
Time came out, season 2. And Tim, we watched both episodes. And
were they good?
Yeah, Tammy was going crazy again. She loves that show, loves Colorado. Man, what a hype these first few episodes are, because that's when they beat TCU, and the next episode I'm sure is going to be where they win again, but they only won 3 and then they lost the next 9.
Oh my goodness.
No,
really?
I think they won 1 more. I think they went 4 and I don't know. They won 4 total, I believe. Anyhow, they did crappy.
I liked him. He's a very talented football player. He played both ways. Remember, he played receiver and corner.
Yep. And baseball.
Yeah, and baseball too. I forgot about that.
He's the only player to ever win a World Series and a Super Bowl in the same year.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, he is. It's funny. In there, Michael Strahan is talking about Deion and his nickname. Oh my gosh, what was his nickname?
Prime.
Yeah, but did he call him Prime Time? Prime. Anyhow, he was saying how him as a player, he was cocky, flashy, all these things. But as Coach Deion Prime Time, he's just like the opposite.
Well, I think something's happened between then and now, though. Didn't he get saved? He's a Jesus follower now, right?
I think he might have been I know he's definitely a Jesus follower now. So I'm sure there's some of that trend. I think it was just a, it's kind of like these boxers or whatever, right? Or, like that one movie Over the Top when
Sylvester Stallone. That was arm wrestling.
I know, but you know what I mean? Like you have to be one thing off the field and then, like Ray Lewis just like changed when he's on that field to kill people. But it's part of that. But yeah, I think it's also he is a Jesus follower now.
Yeah.
Him and his girlfriend just broke up too. they decide to part their ways.
Mm.
So she's very pretty too. I think that's Babyface's Edmonds or whatever.
Yeah.
His ex-wife.
Oh, okay.
So,
Tracy Edmonds.
Tracy
Yeah.
Edmonds, yeah. So
Yeah,
they
Babyface, he wasn't no joke, man. He was good back in the day.
Can you sing a Babyface song?
Can't think of any.
What? I'll look it up.
No,
If I look
thank
it up,
you. No.
hey, you can sing. So,
Oh man.
so
you know
the
what?
new
Do you-
job's going good. I know you don't have to tell me anything personal about it, but just it's going.
Yeah, I mean, I start training on Monday, so it's interesting. It's not what I'm used to, but
But
so
is
I'm-
it good to be back to work? Or?
Uh,
Yes and no, right?
yeah.
After retirement, you're
yeah,
like,
it's some pros and cons to working. Personalities that you have to deal with. It's like, man,
you're like,
Here we go
I
again.
didn't miss that, right?
yeah. I mean, most of the people I've met so far is pretty cool, but it's just not what I'm used to.
So, quick, funny story. You're gonna do your big story, but this is just quick about work.
Mm-hmm.
So we had this one guy, I won't mention his name, but it's a probate case and he had to come. He's come several times with his family members over the past, I would say, 6 or 7 months, right? So I'm the only marshal, right, that he sees in this courtroom because it's my courtroom. And the last time he was here, it was right after Thanksgiving, and he starts rubbing his belly and says, Officer Scott, actually he said Marshal Scott, Marshal Scott, I think you had a good Thanksgiving. And I said, I did, thank you. And he goes, yeah, I can tell, as he's rubbing his stomach. I'm like, do I take that as like,
Yeah, he was dissing you.
I mean, he said it in a nice way, but I literally ran over to the clerks and said, okay, it's time to lose some weight.
Yeah.
If I got a person that's only seen me a few times in 6 months thinks I'm getting fatter, I guess it's.
Well,
So that's why I started keto.
yeah, I was gonna say you started the keto diet.
Yeah. I mean, not just for that. I'm trying to do some other medical stuff to get better because my sleep apnea is. I haven't worn my mask the last
Really?
two nights
You gotta
because
put
I
that
have a
thing
new
on.
I have a new mask coming. The other one's just not working.
Wow.
So I have a full mask coming. I got to get my sleep under control, man. It's just I'm getting no sleep, as you can tell with the bags under my eyes and stuff. So it's so I just don't have the energy that I need, and so I'm just trying to eat a little better, eat more like good foods that you want me to eat.
Collard greens, mustard greens, sweet potatoes. Sweet potatoes are really good for you.
That's what they say, but I just don't really like the
Me
taste
either.
of them.
I don't like them that much, but it's supposed to be good for you. All these vitamins and nutrients, stuff that your body needs.
If avocado mayonnaise says best used by a date, and it's a month after that date, do you think you should use it?
No, I've never even heard of avocado mayonnaise until now, but I would definitely not use it a month after. I'm like, if it's a day after, I'm throwing it away.
But is that date an expired date or just says best? Like it's just best before that, and then it goes down to it's okay after that.
You know what? I don't think it's okay. You ever had expired milk?
Yeah. But it didn't, I don't know. I ended up, I was making some tuna and then I realized it was expired. So I threw
You make with the mayonnaise.
with the mayonnaise.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And,
I thought you put milk in your tuna first.
No.
That's nasty.
so I ended up throwing it out, but it was like almost a full jar. Because sometimes you buy this stuff at Costco, right? Because you get the 2 big ones, and then sometimes there's just certain things I shouldn't shop at Costco. I'm just like,
Yeah. But so I got a ghost story for you.
all right.
So
Ghost.
as Christians and Bible believing Jesus followers, ghosts is kind of a controversial issue, right? Because The Bible says to be absent from the body is to be present with the Lord, right? So when you die, you go to God. But stuff happens, weird stuff happens. But also in the Bible, if you remember, do you remember the part when the disciples were in the boat and Jesus was walking on the water towards them? Do you remember what the disciples said before they knew it was Jesus? They were really afraid, and they said,
yeah, they thought someone was there.
They thought it was a ghost.
Yeah.
And so when Jesus gets a little closer, he's like, I'm not a ghost, it's me. So if and then also when Jesus after he rises from the dead, he's resurrected, he comes into the house where the disciples are, and again the disciples thought he was a ghost, and Jesus is like, no, you you can feel me, you know, you put your hand,
fill me up, man.
put your hand where my wounds are, right? And so he had a physical body at the time, but if there was no such thing as ghosts, wouldn't he like kind of rebuke him? I was like, there's no such thing as ghosts. What are you talking about? So I feel like he had an opportunity to say there was no such thing, and he didn't. But I don't know what ghosts are. That's the thing. It's like, are they people who die on this planet and then kind of they're like, oh, I'm not going to the light. I'm not ready to go to the light. So they kind of just wander around and get lost, and they're stuck in this world. Or is it like unclean spirits, like demons? It's definitely something going on. So here's my story. I used to be this is before I got saved. I used to be a karaoke DJ.
Keyword.
Before. BC, what is it?
BC,
before Christ. Yeah. And so before I got saved, I used to, be a karaoke DJ, and I used to go to the bars and sing karaoke and drink. And so I was like, might as well make some money on it. So I got all the equipment, started DJing, and this one place hired me, and it was called the Rock Inn, located in Lake Elizabeth, California, just west of Palmdale. And so I get there. It's my first day. The whole night goes well. And this place is very rustic. Wooden floors, wooden tables, wooden chairs. And so I'm standing up against a brick wall, and I'm wrapping up my speaker wire. And something tugs my shirt, my left shoulder, that's right against the brick wall. So there's no place for anyone to stand. But they tug my shirt, and they're like, excuse me. I'm like, what the? And I look, and obviously there's nobody there
and it didn't get stuck. Like you didn't lean up against it.
No, it was like simultaneous.
You know what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
Where it gets stuck on the brick.
No,
something
tugged my shirt and said, excuse me, right up in my ear. And so I go to the bartender, and I'm saying, is this place haunted? And she's like, what did you hear? I guess people talk about the spot. I didn't know. So I'm like, I didn't hear anything. This is what I experienced. And she says, well, there's been a lot of stories of this place being haunted, but I've worked here for 3 years and have never experienced anything, right? So I'm like, okay, I just kind of blew it off. And I'm there for a couple months, and nothing happens. But 2 months later, around the same time,
no alcohol had been in.
I'm not gonna say that, but I was not intoxicated.
Okay.
And so.
But you did hear him there. He did have a little alcohol in him. Okay. All right. Just want to make sure.
No mushrooms or nothing like that.
No mushrooms. Okay.
No LSD. But
okay.
Anyways, I get paid from the bartender, so that she would pay me at the end of the night. So I get paid, and I turn around and start walking out the door. All my equipment's in the car. And so I'm walking out the door, and 2 wooden chairs slide about 3 feet, blocking my exit. And I'm so shocked because it kind of runs into my legs. Not hard, but And so I'm like, what? And I turned around, and there's actually 2 other witnesses to this. And so I went back there, and we just kind of talked about it and tripped out about it for a second. So that was like my most outrageous experience when it comes to the supernatural that I've ever had. I mean, I know it was something that moved those chairs. I don't know what it was.
And these other people that agreed with you, they were not intoxicated.
I don't know. I didn't give them a breathalyzer or anything, but they saw it too. I mean, we can't all be seeing something, right? And actually, I kind of felt it too because it kind of ran up against my leg. So
did you move the chairs? To
Oh
get
yeah, I
out, or-
moved the chairs back. I investigated. It's like, there's no way those chairs are going to move all by themselves, wood on wood like that, right? I mean, not even a strong breeze if the windows was open could do that. So it took a lot of force to do that, and so don't know
Did
what
you
it
ever
was.
go back?
I did. I went back a couple times because I was still working there. Nothing happened after that.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, we should.
So the followers, give us your opinion on
share your story with us.
what if you've ever had a ghost from the.
I'm very interested in the supernatural, and I don't know if that I should be, being a Jesus follower, but it's interesting to me. I like to watch that stuff on TV, and what we should do one day is find an Airbnb, a haunted Airbnb, and rent it out just for a night, and just like invite a bunch of people, and just have like a not a seance, nothing like that, but we're just gonna hang out and see if anything happens and document anything that happens, and then we can kind of investigate. We could be like Ghost. What's that TV show? Zach Ghost Adventures. Or Zach Baggins, whatever his name is.
I don't think I've ever seen that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he lives out here. He actually has a museum downtown with all his haunted stuff, like haunted dolls and stuff.
I wonder if this is a family thing, because one of the episodes, didn't you say your sister thought you saw UFOs?
No, my sister believes in UFOs, and she thinks that she can summon them. And like she's actually has videos on YouTube about summoning UFOs. And she's not the only one. They have like a community out here of UFO summoners.
Because of Area 51 or whatever?
I don't know, but I believe more in Bigfoot than I do of aliens.
Oh, I don't know, man. You got ghosts going on, aliens.
Come on. Ghosts is different than aliens. Ghosts is much more believable.
Oh, man.
Skeptic, man.
Yeah, so share your comments if you've had a ghost experience. So do you play ghost? Do you dress up as a ghost for Halloween or anything?
I don't dress up for Halloween. You know that.
All right. Well, and you've had no other since then, no other ghost.
No. No. Have you ever heard of DMT?
DMT, no.
I don't know what it's a chemical name, dimethyltryptamine or something weird like that, right? So anyways, there's this drug. So there's this chemical is what it is. There's a chemical in all living plants, animals, everything. Whatever is living, it exists in this chemical. So scientists were trying to figure out what this chemical did in our bodies, because they didn't know. They knew it was collected right around the inside the middle of the brain, but they didn't know why it even existed. So what they did, they found a bunch of these volunteers, and they basically had them sign a release, I guess, and collected all this DMT and injected everyone with this DMT. And like every single person that they injected this DMT into believes, and they say it was not a vision. They believe that they left their body and went to other dimensions.
Wonder if that's what the people that got the vaccine feel like.
I think that's something separate. Always trying to bring the vaccine into things.
Oh gosh, don't get me started.
Would you ever do something like that?
The vaccine?
No, the DMT.
No.
Because it's actually they're starting to sell it on the streets now. People just are interested in traveling into other dimensions, and they believe that. But there's a caveat to it, because you have to be ready to surrender who you are, they say. Because if you're fighting to hold on to your identity while you're tripping out on this DMT, then it's a bad trip. And it could bring you it feels like that the demons are bringing you into the depths of hell and torturing you for.
Are they on mushrooms, or these people that do this DMT?
No, the DMT is like, it's similar to mushrooms, but they don't think that it's like they believe that your soul actually leaves your body once you take it. So.
No, I'm pretty normal guy. I don't do any of that stuff.
I find that stuff interesting, though. I wouldn't do it just because, I don't think God wants me to be in a hurry to travel to other dimensions or anything like that. But in due time we'll all make it to another dimension, right? One or the other.
Yeah. If you're saved.
Well, even if you're not, then
right.
you're going to. You're going to another dimension, but it's not going to be a pleasant one.
I mean, that's anything that comes to, when you're talking about Jesus or hell, heaven or hell, man, you'd get a lot of, there'd be a lot of comments, because some people believe there's neither, some believe in one or the other.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I mean, I know, but I don't know what they're all are. I just hope they all get saved.
Yeah, a lot of people believe that when you die, it just lights out. You fail to exist, right?
Yeah.
But there's a lot of a lot of stories about near-death experiences, and they're all similar. It's like they leave their body, and they're kind of hovering above their body up in the corner, looking down at their lifeless body, and they're able to, when they come back into their body, that's why it's a near-death experience, right? Instead of, but when they come back, they're able to tell the doctors or the nurses what they were doing, and some of the stuff they shouldn't even know because they shouldn't have a view of it, but they're able to see it because they're like kind of hovering above their.
There's a movie
body.
on PureFlix that's kind of like Hulu. It's a Christian app or whatever for TV
platform.
Yeah. And there's a movie on there. I can't remember the name of it at the moment, but a pastor's son who was like 3 had some sort of heart issue, went in there, and he was above
that one. That's called.
He could tell him that, and he could tell exactly what his mom said on the phone to these people that she was calling.
Yeah, but before you get too deep into it, the name of the book? And probably the name of the movie as well is Heaven is for Real, or Heaven is Real, or something like that.
Yeah.
And it just recently came out that it was all a hoax.
No, don't tell me.
Yeah. Look it up. Check it out. Yeah. I was disappointed too, because I was like, man, that was a good movie. But some of the stuff that he was saying was kind of weird. Like, for example, he said that the Holy Spirit was a blue man or something like that. And I was like, blue man? But I just thought about that blue man
the
group.
kid just recently came out and said he made it up?
Yeah, came out and said that his dad told him what to say or something like that.
What?
Yeah, Google it. Check it out. Hate to disappoint you like that, but I didn't want to get you to get all up into it and then me tell you.
I was all up into it. I've watched it. I thought it was like, because it was based on like a true story.
All right, I think it's time to wrap this episode up. We just
now
covered way too many subjects in this one.
Wow. Now I got to Google this. You've kind of upset me.
Sorry.
Man. All right. Well, again, if you're liking this podcast, share with your family, friends, and check the box, hit the like, share.
Check it out.
All right.
Subscribe on YouTube.
Yeah. So peace till next time.
All right. Till next time. Bye.
Thank you for listening to Real Men Unscripted with Derek and Jerry.